You so much for the rose, Linda. Thank you very much. Good morning, Wendy. So right now, let me just go over a few things about aromatherapy because it's very, very helpful with stress. It's helpful for brain function. Did you know that aromatherapy also helps with Alzheimer's? And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But first, let's just let some more people come in. But today, we have a little surprise. We're going to work with lavender today. And we have some other things here. Just going to give a few more minutes. And I'm going to make a tea, a lavender tea. And it's a nice surprise. It's actually a tea balm. And it's a hello everyone. Happy Monday. Let's rock and roll. Today we're going to do some aromatherapy because it's the beginning of the week. A lot of people are stressed out and it's perfect time for us to do a little aromatherapy session. How is everyone today? Hello. Happy Monday, everyone. I would love to play some music, but TikTok has this thing with not using their music. Good morning, Linda. Good morning. And so today we're going to do aromatherapy. And I figure Mondays are a perfect time to start the week off with a nice aromatherapy session. As you guys come in, I want to talk a little bit about what aromatherapy is. Now let me just move my camera just a little bit so hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me? Good morning, Jasmine. Jenny. 1 second, let me just make sure the volume is up. Good morning. Deanna, good morning. So Jeannie, good morning everyone. So today we're going to talk about aromatherapy. Everybody knows that there's some kind of fragrance that we all love, right? So, good morning. Thank you so much for the rose, Linda. Thank you very much. Good morning, Wendy. So right now, let me just go over a few things about aromatherapy because it's very, very helpful with stress. It's helpful for brain function. Did you know that aromatherapy also helps with Alzheimer's? And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But first, let's just let some more people come in. But today, we have a little surprise. We're going to work with lavender today. And we have some other things here. Just going to give a few more minutes. And I'm going to make a tea, a lavender tea. And it's a nice surprise. It's actually a tea balm. And it's a heart because we have to love ourselves. Amen? So if we don't love ourselves and we don't be good to ourselves, how can we be good to anyone else? So we're going to give ourselves some self-love this morning, okay? Let me get the tea and we're going to get started. Give me 1 second. Another good way to love yourself, as you know on this channel, we have to also eat healthy. That's a very important way to stay in love with yourself. Here I have a sea moss This is sea moss. I believe it's red sea moss. So I take a shot of this every morning. My son-in-law prepares it, and I drink this every morning. This has 102 minerals, 102, all of which we need. So I'm gonna drink this up. This one's a little thick. Usually it's a little more loose, but I'm actually taking a double shot because, I just want to make sure stuff is going to the body parts that it needs to go. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Larry. And good morning, Safe Space. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Delish. So you can blend sea moss in some juice. It's a little, has a flavor. Some of them taste like the sea, like kelp or something from the sea. It has a fishy taste, some of them. It depends on how you prepare it. But as long as you get those 102 minerals in your system, you're gonna do good. All you gotta do is blend it up in some juice. Good morning, William and Britt. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Let me just grab the hot water and we're gonna get started. And we are gonna talk about essential oil knowledge, okay? So I have an entire list of things because this essential oil information has been around for centuries. For centuries. They use roses. If you go out into the garden, you can smell the roses or lilacs or whatever is your favorite flower, and you can clearly say you feel a difference in your mood, you feel a difference in your brain function. You're just starting to feel a little bit more upbeat. So after we make the tea, then we're going to go over some other things that you can use for aromatherapy, like these eye pillows. This is filled with lavender, and since we're doing a lavender tea and some other things, I figure let's do the lavender pillow. So you can put this on your eyes, and it'll help you relax, and you can start to think a little bit more clear. Do you know that it lowers your blood pressure? It also lowers your heart rate. So let's say if you're anxious, you have a lot of anxiety, and you can't function. So you can get something like these roll-ons that I sell. And this one's lavender because we're doing a lavender, featuring lavender today. So I sell these roll-ons by the dozens. I sell these fast. You can roll it on your wrist. You can roll it on your neck. You can even roll some in your hands. You can put some in your hands and put it in your hair. And you can smell your hair. And so that's an easy way. You don't have to travel with anything. Just put some on your hair and you can smell your hair. You can put it on your pillows. Lavender is one of the top oils that helps you manage symptoms of anxiety, stress, and even physical pain. Do you know that some people, after your operation, let's say you have surgery, so after the operation, you start wondering how you're feeling. Are you going to get well in a speedy amount of time? And all these thoughts come to your head. And this is actually used for post-operative therapy, okay? Now I'm going to give you 15 essential oils that are for everyday ailments, okay? Lavender, because essential oils are extremely important. Although we're doing aromatherapy, and I would love to put some music on to really set the vibe, But like I said, TikTok, you guys know, if you don't get hit on TikTok with a violation for copyright music, you post it on YouTube, you're gonna get a strike on YouTube. It's just, so unfortunately, let's create our own good vibes, and that'll be our music, because music is also a source of aromatherapy. Now I can play a little bit, we'll see what happens, but I already know in advance. So there's 4 different types of aromatherapy. They're called classifications, okay? So there's cosmetic aromatherapy. That's the therapy that utilizes certain essential oils for skin, body, face, and hair. Like I just did, I put it in my hair. So that's a form of cosmetic aromatherapy. Here we have the lotions, okay? You put some on, a nice fragrance. This is not even open. You can put a nice fragrance on, and that's another form of aromatherapy. That's cosmetic, that's for your skin, makes you feel nice. That's why a lot of people buy perfume, because they want to feel good. Good morning, James Stevens and Barbara. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me make the tea. So I don't want to really touch too much, but this is a tea balm. Inside of here is lavender tea and rose. It's a nice blend that I created, and you put it in the cup. I want to get a cup so you can see it explode. I need something glass. Let's take a look. Let's see what we can find. We're gonna use a measuring cup because I have my beautiful little teacup here, but with the little teacup you're not gonna see it explode. So we're gonna use something glass so you can see the tea explode, the little tea balm. So as you know, there's bath bombs. Everyone buys bath bombs. So we're gonna fill this up, and then we're gonna drop in some nice hot water, and we're gonna drop in our tea balm. So I'm gonna put the camera down so you can see. Let's see if we can get a nice close-up of this. Okay, let's see if we can do it like that. And we're going to drop in, it's candy, it's honey. So the shell is honey, and so you have an entire cup of tea in this little heart. So we're going to drop it in here. Watch it. And it'll open. Let's see if we can bring it to the camera. So that's the honey, and you can see, oh, did you see the tea bag just pop out? Look at that. So now look at the bottom is your honey, so you don't have to worry about getting honey. And you just let it sit, and you have an entire cup of tea. So this one is roses, lavender, mint, chamomile. This is a very relaxing tea. So we're going to let this sit here, and then we're going to put it in the teacup, and I'm going to taste it with you guys. So that is the tea bombs. Now those will be in the shop, and I keep saying things will be in the shop, but honestly guys, I'm not really feeling the TikTok rules as far as it applies to having a TikTok shop. I really don't. And I might get a strike for this, but I really don't like their rules. I don't like the shipping things, because if I can put my things on Amazon, then you can use your Prime membership and get stuff for free shipping. So I feel like, why charge everybody shipping if everybody shops on Amazon anyway, and you can get those same things with free shipping. Okay? Okay, guys, I have a first flash goal. Let's see what the goal is. Let's see what the goal is. The first flash goal says, I'm gonna pin it to the top, and let me fix my phone. Okay. The first flash goal, guys, I need 3 people to send a heart me. 3 heart me's, guys. We got 15 minutes for you to send me a heart me so I can achieve this first goal. Okay? Let me put the phone back upright so it doesn't collapse. So the tea is a nice, beautiful, light colored tea. And like I said, that was lavender. I'm going to pour it in my cup. It's a beautiful colored tea. Cheers. So this is aromatherapy as far as a beverage, okay? So you can smell it and let it cool, and you can have a nice drink of lavender. The second one is massage therapy, okay? Now, you can use the same oils, and you let the person that's giving you a massage rub it on your body and give you a nice aromatherapy massage, and that'll put most folks right to sleep. Okay? Massage therapy is very, very effective, and you get a little bit of love, you get the human connection, and that's a therapeutic thing within itself. Okay? Then you have medical aromatherapy. That's where you need assistance, and they're giving it to you in whatever form that particular facility utilizes. And then there's olfactory aromatherapy, okay? That's where you have the inhalers, okay? You can inhale, as you see on TikTok and other channels, a lot of people selling those things like Vicks, and you can inhale it in your nose, okay? So there's that. And so they last a good long time, okay? And then we'll talk about the negative effects. Essential oils, they don't expire, they don't get mold because they're oil. And they don't grow mold or yeast or mildew. They stay consistent because oil has to be in contact with water for it to start molding. Okay, water is where most of your bacteria comes from. Even a little bit of water in something can contaminate it, one little drop. So let's say this lotion, for instance, if I take this in the shower and I put the lotion on in the shower, water droplets get inside, I can contaminate this entire bottle with one drop of water. So keep your products out of the shower. Another aromatherapy, as I always mention, these tubes are in my TikTok shop. These are for bath salts, okay? So this one has lavender, it has, let's see, dandelion, pink Himalayan salt. There's a lot of different things in these, and you can soak yourself as an aromatherapy and relax that way. Another thing I have in here, these little kits. So this is an entire little aromatherapy kit. So you'll have lavender candles, lavender incense. Let me see if I can get it out. Lavender incense to set the mood, Let me see if I don't want the reflection. But as you can see, the lavender incense, you can use that. Then you can put the oil, a massage oil. And this is also lavender, it's a whole lavender kit. And then you can also use the roll-ons. So you can go, this is something small you can travel with. You can bring it into your office. You can put it in your backpack. This is something very simple, very lightweight. Costs nothing to ship. I mean, it's very inexpensive to ship, okay? So these are different techniques for aromatherapy. Should you use aromatherapy when you're pregnant? Not in the first 3 months, okay? In the first 3 months, you don't want to use it. And actually, before you do any kind of therapy, you want to consult with your pediatrician, your OBGYN, all of the doctors that are making decisions about your health. You want to discuss these things with those people. Good morning, JJ, and good morning, Jamil. And let's see, who's that? Isabel, how are you? And Christian. So all of these things are different ways to address stress, anxiety, mood swings, insomnia, sleepless nights. All of these things can be addressed with one little technique of aromatherapy. Sometimes you don't need a doctor. Sometimes you just need to enjoy your environment. Good morning, Elizabeth. Enjoy your environment. Get a nice, quiet place. Play some music, whether it's jazz, something relaxing, classical, whatever it is, orchestra, whatever it is. Put some music on. Music is also therapy as well. So you can put on your Christian music, whatever it takes to set the tone where you can relax, okay? And if you relax, then you can address the trials and stresses of life, whether it's at your job, whether it's your spouse, your family. You can address those matters in a more calm state of mind. But if you continue to stress yourself out, dis-ease, when you're not at ease, you can cause a disease in your body. And you do not want to do that, because that is going to be harder to get rid of than a little bit of stress that can be targeted in the beginning, okay? Thank you very much, Linda, for sharing the live. I appreciate that. So let me taste this nice herbal blend. Like I said, this one has roses, lavender, chamomile, and mint. That's this blend. So as you know, those tea blends are in the shop. Very nice. The mint gave it a little woodsy undertone. But it's mostly floral. The top note is definitely the chamomile. As we all know, chamomile is another herb that relaxes you, okay? Lemon balm, another one that relaxes you. Those herbs will take away anxiety. Like even if you have extreme anxiety, those herbs will take away anxiety. Like even if you have extreme anxiety, like I did for 4.5 years, extreme, where I was in the ER like 2 or 3 times a week, and that's no exaggeration. There's records to show I was having panic attacks, I was having anxiety. So whenever I talk about something here, more than likely I have experienced it personally, or I know someone that has experienced these things personally, and we all know, because we all experience stress at some point in our life. Amen? So, and yes, aromatherapy really works. It works if you want it to work. Let me explain something to you. You can go in a pharmacy with $200,000 and you can buy everything on the shelves. But if you don't want to heal, nothing in that shopping cart is going to heal you. Healing starts from within. Our bodies are self-healing, but we have to use our mind and our faith that we can get out of whatever stressful environment that we're in, and how we can overcome anxiety the way I did. Okay, like I said, 4.5 years of extreme anxiety and panic attacks. Panic attacks where I couldn't even go outside. I could not go to work. Every time I go to work or get in the car or get on the bus to go to work, I would have to turn around. Then I go upstairs with the OCD. I could be on the bus. I could be 5-10 blocks away, and I'll say, oh my God, I forgot to lock my door. And I will literally turn around, go all the way back to the house, and lock the door 3 times. Everything was in number 3s. So I know that this lemon balm really helps. I know that the chamomile really helps. That was a huge part of my recovery, was aromatherapy. Absolutely, 100% worked for me. And it can work for you. Because if you are not in the hospital 2 or 3 times a week, and they have you hooked up to an EKG machine because you think your heart is beating out of your chest, that you're going to die from a panic attack. And even if they show me the EKG print and it says you're very healthy, I still didn't believe them, because that's how anxiety works. That's how stress works, where you don't believe that you can heal. You think that you're really sick. But it's a mindset. You have to, I would say, delete that tape and play a new tape. You cannot keep pressing replay, 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 because the same thing, you're going to get the same results. So you have to change the pattern, okay? So like I said, these eye pillows are phenomenal. This is a part of the lavender. You lay down, you cover your eyes. It's going to be over your nose. So you're going to smell the lavender. Smell it. Smell the lavender. It smells delicious. Beautiful. You can actually put lavender in some foods. Let's say you want to make lavender pancakes. Let's say you want to take a lavender sachet and put it under your pillow. You can put lavender under your pillow. You can take these roll-ons and roll them all over your pillowcase. And when you sleep on your face or you hug the pillow, you're going to get the lavender scent, okay? The lavender is very, very powerful. It's not a weak flower at all. It looks weak, but it's not. So these are the roll-ons, okay? Then, as you all know, you can take a bath with some nice soap, fragrant soap, okay? You can take a nice bath with that, relax in the tub. You can put some lavender petals in a warm tub. You can take your lavender petals, sprinkle about the same amount as you can see, or you can put them in a tea bag or a sock or something so it doesn't clog your drain, and let it soak in the warm water before you get it, and your whole bathroom is smelling like lavender. And by the time you finish with this, you better hope you don't fall asleep in the tub, okay? Because a lot of people do think they're good, and then next thing you know, they're taking a nap in the tub. Don't want to take a nap in a tub filled with water, okay? God forbid, anything can happen. So let me finish this tea. And if anyone has any questions, put them in the comments, okay? Put them in the comments, because you can. Hi Larry, how are you? And hello, what is that, 11 Jen? And Mimi, how are you? How are you today? And Shamama, that's interesting. Some names, guys, if you want to see creativity, look at people's account names on these platforms. Talking about creative minds, the names that, tag names that people come up with. Very, very interesting. So some of us are creative like that. And so thank you so much for the likes. Folks, can you please tap the screen? If you're here, tap the screen. It shows the support for the channel. And also, if you're here, please hit the follow button so we can continue to learn together about all the phenomenal things herbs do. Now, it's not just teas and plants that I do. It's an herbal channel, so anything to do with natural ways to heal yourself, okay? It can be plants in the actual sense of a tea. It can be body products where there are herbs incorporated into the products. It can be lotions. Okay, we do a lot of things here at Wildish by Nature. We try to cover all of the natural ways to heal. Natural. Okay, that's what this channel is about. And if that's something you're interested in, please hit the follow button, hit the like, share the live, do all the things that the platform allows you to do for free. Hey guys, this tea is really good. So it's a light colored tea, as I showed you. It's a light colored tea. It tastes a lot like chamomile. I don't actually taste the roses. I do taste the chamomile and the lavender as the two top notes. And then I taste a hint of the mint. So it's a beautiful blend. It'll knock you out if you have it in the evening. And it's really good for you. It'll relax you. If you're living with people that are very stressed out, make them a cup of tea. Do you know that love is also a form of therapy? Sharing love. If you serve someone, that's what you love about here on your platform. It's about natural. Well, thank you so much, Linda. I do try to... The reason why I do this, like I said, I lost a couple of siblings from things that they could have been healed from. In addition to that, big pharma, all of these pharmaceutical companies, they're not here to heal you. A doctor takes an oath to help you feel comfortable to manage pain. They are not specifically assigned to you by your insurance, by your own free will. They are only trained to manage pain. You have to be proactive and do the real hard work by eating properly, getting exercise, even grounding, going out, standing on the grass, taking a walk around your community. You don't have to go far. If you're homebound and possibly maybe have some injury, or you're bound to a wheelchair, or whatever your situation is, you can open the window and get fresh air. Open the door and get fresh air. You do not have to be in your space. Open up the curtains. That's therapy. Looking at the sky. That's therapy. Watching the animals. That's all therapeutic. It sounds corny. It sounds cliche. But this is why God has given us all of this beauty around us, to help keep us grounded in this crazy world. And if we don't participate, I don't know what's up with this blouse. This blouse has got a life of its own, it's doing its own thing. But there's so much to enjoy in this life. We don't have to be stuck in a dark room and feeling like there's no hope left. There's hope, but you have to participate in your healing, okay? Now, if you can all type in the comments, self-healing. If you type it in the comments, then I know that you want to continue on this journey, a healing journey, okay? Aromatherapy is a type of healing. Some of us don't even know we need healing. Some of us believe that everything's a-okay, but then we're very snappy. Somebody closes the door, we're snappy. We go in a restaurant, they put the tray, thank you, Linda, they put the tray down a little bit too hard, we get snappy. So sometimes we don't even realize that we're under stress. And the only way to get that stress going is to start with something so simple like aromatherapy, okay? This is a lavender, is this my lavender lotion? Lavender lotion on your skin. You can put some on your skin, and you can lay your head on your arms. You can put some of that in your hair. So all of these things are easy to find and easy to work with. There's nothing invasive about any of these products here. Nothing invasive. The healing comes from within. I either want to heal, or I want to sit around and wallow in whatever it is that's going on in our lives. But like I said, healing is good. Now let me give you 15 essential oils to help you heal other parts of your body, okay? So we talked about lavender, and that's calming and relaxing. And lemon, it promotes, what is it? It's a cleanser. Peppermint, excuse me, it heals oral health, okay? This plant, you guys don't know, so I'm going to skip that plant. Oregano supports your digestion. Frankincense. Frankincense is very important. Frankincense is in the Bible, guys. Frankincense can be eaten in small, tiny quantities. You have to make sure that you know what you're doing and you research what it is you need it for, okay? That's not to be used every day internally, okay? But it does support your immune system, all right? It aids in healing your skin. Did you know that frankincense is good for your skin? Okay. Now, here's a metabolic blend. You can, let's see, a metabolic blend, it promotes healthy metabolism, all right? And that is then there's a joyful blend. uplifting. Roses are uplifting. Chamomile's an uplifting flower. Use plants that are uplifting. Lilac. I have so many oils here. I think I have over 100 bottles of essential oils. Over 100. And I use each and every one. Some people ask for more than others. Good morning, 7508. How are you today? And good morning, Lena Brown. How are you? And is that Pansy? Good morning, good morning, good morning. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, like I said, you have the pillow. You can find all of these things here at Wildish by Nature. Okay, I'm going to give you a rundown again of things that will work for you. Let's start off with the least, which is tea. Lavender blend tea. Okay. Lavender eye pillows. Lavender lotion. All of these things, you can use them all. Who's to say you need to only buy one? The roll-ons. You can put it on your skin. You can put it on your neck. Then you have the inhalers. Lavender inhaler. Little things that you can tuck away. Okay? Lavender bath. You can do a lavender bath and soak in some beautiful Mediterranean salts, and you can see the herbs. You can see the lavender here. So you have kale and clay, sea salts, lavender buds, dandelion, basil leaves. Beautiful blend that'll relax you while the kale and clay nourishes your skin. Okay, you can take a shower or a bath with the lavender soap. This is not lavender, but soap. You can make a sachet and put it under your pillow. You can actually make a little tea bag sachet, and you can kind of pat your skin with it. Okay, you can do that. Then you can do the incense, lavender incense, lavender massage oil, more roll-on. These little kits are available. Okay, like I said, I am supposed to be filling up my TikTok shop, but like I said, I am not crazy about their shipping, where something could be, let's say these are $7.99 and you're way across in California. I'm in Texas. Let's say you're in Maine or Idaho or somewhere far, and it costs you more to ship this. So my products can be bought from me directly, where I can help you get the shipping costs down, or you can buy them on Amazon. I do have an Amazon shop, and if you have a Prime membership, you're going to have free shipping. So that's a little tidbit. I might get blocked for saying that, but their shipping is a little ridiculous, and I don't like the way they also monopolize how much money you make on your products. Like, I prefer for people to buy things from another source where you can get a cheaper shipping. And then don't forget, my newest book, The Healing Weeds. Okay, everything's about healing on this channel. All right, this is my newest book. You can get this directly from Amazon or in my TikTok shop. I keep forgetting to put the little shopping cart down in the corner because, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of their monitoring what people buy from the channel and how it's shipped to them. So you can speak to me directly. You can go to Amazon, get some of these things, and or whatever it is your source. You don't have to buy it from me. The book, you're gonna have to buy from me. This is my product. These are my products. All of these things I showed you are all handcrafted by me directly, okay? This is my products, all right? The tea blend is my product. So everything here is specifically designed by me for this shop. But you can DM me if you want to order something, if you want to order the book. You don't need me. That's the name of the book, Patricia Nelson, The Healing Weeds, okay? That you can see on Amazon. The link is in the bio. My Amazon link is in the bio for that and some other products, okay? But heal yourself. Healing is priority for longevity. If you want to live long, if you don't want to get cancers, you don't want to have strokes, you don't want high blood pressure, start using aromatherapy as a way to mitigate some of these problems that keep creeping up on you, okay? Use some of these techniques. Aromatherapy is very, very worldwide known, all right? And they work. If they didn't work, people would not be getting degrees in aromatherapy, okay? Let me see what that says. Invite to be a host. Well, we're about to go, so we don't need a host. Let me see, is that the shopping cart? I think this is the cart. I don't know what that says. But at any rate, it is 12 o'clock now, and I will see you tomorrow, and we will do some chai tea, okay? We'll do some chai tea. Oh, thank you very much, Linda. Thank you all for stopping by. I'm going to clean off my mess and go out and check the plants in the garden. Have a terrific day. See you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. If you're in the area, stop by. Don't forget to tap the screen, folks. That's my biggest thing that I need, to tap the screen. And I also need, so we can get the retreat built and we can get things going. God bless you all. Have a good day.